episode. But anyways, you handsome son of a pal.
Yeah.
But what comics do you got for me?
Well, I got two more that I wanted to talk about before we finish up here today. One of them being, I guess I'll go with it first, is Bloodstained Teeth is done.
Woo.
Issue
It's
10
done?
It was the final issue.
Oh my goodness.
This story of Atticus Sloane is wrapped up. Couple things I want to say is that the gold star for the creators that worked on this project definitely goes to Heather Moore. Not to diminish anything else that the other creators on this comic did, but she was the colorist, and I mean, where's mine at? Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I've always noticed about the covers is just how much the art.
Well, in this one,
pops.
I kind of wish that I had gotten the variant, because the variant was a lot more colorful. But you just see with this one, just how much different color variation there is, and it is all very poppy and vibrant, but it's also set against dark lines and shadows, and it's a vampire story.
You love your vampire stories.
I love my vampire stories, and honestly, anybody who likes vampire stories, this should be on your reading list. If you haven't read it, you like vampire stories, because it does take a classic trope and kind of add to it.
Yeah.
And just kind of it's vampires thought of in a new way. There is a lot of just action throughout the series. The dialogue, honestly, was the downfall for me for most of the series, but now having wrapped it up, it all makes sense. And it's so Christian Ward's the writer of this. He clearly had a plan when he mapped out this series of what he was trying to do with Atticus Sloane, because Atticus Sloane is not the protagonist that you're rooting for. You're not excited about what's going on in his life, because he's a sleazeball. He's a jerk. He's self-obsessed. But throughout the series, he has the ghost of his best friend, who was a sip that he turned. A sip is, so there's firstborn vampires and there's sips, and sips are the ones that have been turned by a firstborn.
Gotcha.
And he was kind of his his Jiminy Cricket, throughout this series. But you don't really but the thing is that it was all in his head the whole time. This thing about Joey telling him to be a better person and care more about people was really just Atticus Sloane having a conversation with himself. And another thing that they laced in throughout the series was something that if you're not paying attention, and if you hadn't been paying attention, you read the last episode, you're oh, that's what he loves about humanity. That's the thing about humans that Atticus Sloane as a vampire struggles to want to be the classic vampire. And all I had to do is just this one character that you saw glimpses of throughout the rest of the series. And then so with all that said and done, the writing overall is just outstanding. And this series is
there you go. Siri jumped in and had some thoughts about things.
I said series, not Siri.
Oh, you silly son of a gun.
But yeah, no. So overall, I really, really enjoyed this. So yeah, it was Christian Ward. Patrick Reynolds was the artist. There was a guest artist on issue 6, which introduced kind of the main arc for the second volume. And yeah, Heather Moore did the colors, and then the best. This is what's been ascribed to this person, but the best letterer in the game, Hassan Otsmane-Elhaou.